So for me, I'm not convinced yet that the winter is over yet. I think it's almost been too easy of a winter in respect to, yes, we've seen big declines, but we still have a massive amount of crypto coins out there that have no use case, no real reason to be in existence, and they're still in existence and they're still getting pumped on a daily basis, right? In fact, recently, I mean, Pepe and all these other ones, it's just flooding the market and going up ridiculous amounts. So I'm a little concerned about that. To me, the 30,500 level continues to be the level on the charts that I'm keeping an eye on. So if we just take a look at the chart right here, right?
Yep.
And we just kind of we can see that the Bitcoin chart ran up to that 30,500. It collapsed back on it, below it. We've now come back up a little bit because of the fear in the banking markets and so forth. But for me, this level is the key level, this 30,500 level. Can we get through that? If we do get through that, then I actually think the low is likely in on Bitcoin at 15,700. But again, I would just caution people at this point, you look at what Bitcoin has gone up and you look at the 2018 and 19 bear market, it had bigger rallies than this in percentage terms during that bear market. And people, again, seem to forget that. So don't be fooled. I've been through many bear markets in commodities, in the stock market, in crypto in my trading career. And sometimes it turns out to be the lipsticks on the pig here, and it could still roll over and head lower. So I still think there's a chance for 12 to 13,000, maybe even 9,000. But again, that 30,500 level is the level I'm watching.
So break that down, because as you said, you do feel that it could drop to 15,000, even 12,000.
Yep.
Is that if it does not breach 30,500, or if it does exceed that, do you think, what would you call a bottom if it does exceed 30,500? Does it revise your bottom outlook?
Yeah. So if we do get through 30,500 and we hold above that level for a few days and really establish it, then I think at that point you start to say the probabilities highly favor that the low is in at that 15,700 level. So the world I live in is all about probabilities.
That's still a big drop. Still a big drop to 15,700 from where we are. I mean, yeah.
Right. And we remember in the 2018-19 bear market, we actually did dip back down to 3,500 again at some point. I think that was during the COVID collapse. My biggest fear for Bitcoin is not that, it's going to get outlawed. That's not really an issue for me anymore. It's more that if we do see the declines in the equity markets that I expect, if we're looking at 20, 30, 40% downside potentially over the next 12, 18 months in the stock market, how does Bitcoin, which still is being traded as a risk asset 80% of the time, how does that hold up against that? If you see panic, and we saw this yesterday, we saw the stock market declining back down after a gap up on those Microsoft earnings, and Bitcoin was up big early in the day and then gave it all back by the end of the day. So that's my fear, is that if you're going to tell me that the S&P is down 30% in the next 12 months, how is Bitcoin not down on that and potentially down significantly?